It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg.
I'm not even live yet. You spoil me. Hello, hello, Raiders, and thank you, Pukinaya. I appreciate you for coming in here, and I appreciate you for trusting me with your community. I know you were definitely streaming some Fortnite, since obviously I was there before going live. I definitely get some post-stream Karen. Any snackies, some hydration, go piss girl, anything that you need, please go do so. And hello, Lee. Welcome in. It's nice having you. We're doing Thursday specifically for Pookie Zella. The other day I wasn't sure what to play, and this was one of the ones on my list that unfortunately had lost out to Nikki, so I needed to make it a thing. I have not actually played this game yet, so we will be in for a treat together. Apparently I can't speak either. I've had a very long day at work. But I figured it'd kind of be the perfect amount of like chaos cozy vibes. And then while I'm thinking about it, because I am terrible at the things, later. For any of those who might not have come in with a raid, definitely check out our Pookie Annihilator and give her some love if you have not followed already. What the heck are you doing? Definitely plays a variety of games and is just a sweetie pie, and we love her in this community. But how are all of you guys? How you doing? Anything exciting that any of you guys have done today? Let me know. I want to know the things. You are totally fine, my friend. Definitely get some good food in. What are you having if you are still here? If not, you saw nothing. I quickly made some tacos to shove in my face before going live. Oh my goodness, you guys got 5 dubs. I love that so much for you guys. And I remember that Penguin has a lot of, was it squats or push-ups? A lot of exercise things to do. And I'm sorry that you're still not feeling well today, Zala. I hope that you're able to definitely get some good rest. And hopefully, like you said, today is the worst of the worst. Because what you have does not sound fun in the slightest. Right. Penguin's gonna be so swole tomorrow. Not just sore. Alrighty, where am I? Doing things. I'm opening the game. That's what I'm doing. I've never streamed before. This is my first stream. Also, for those who don't know, we are so close to affiliate. For whatever reason, Twitch hates me, and it's only counting 6 of the 8 days that I've streamed. So hopefully after today, we can finally be affiliate, because we've reached all the other goals, and that is so exciting, and I definitely feel so blessed, just with so many like amazing humans in my life who have surrounded me, and new ones who I've gotten to know a little bit better too. It's just, oof, just so excited. Yeah, Twitch can't count. Like, who would have known? Yeah, this is technically my 9th stream. And to reach affiliate, you have to stream at least 7 separate days.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello, Lee. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you, friend. But yeah, otherwise, we're good. Follower-wise, we've had so many amazing new friends popping into chat. And I know that thanks to all the lovely Pookies, we have been able to keep the viewer count up, along with I have well suppressed the amount of hours it required me to. And I technically have beaten the days, but Twitch told me no. So I'm waiting. I'm really excited. This has been a long time in the making thing that I have wanted to do, and I decided towards the end of last year, I got a new computer and we have new really wonderful internet, and I was like, I'm gonna finally do the thing. I'm just gonna jump and do it. And then after about like a month of making sure that I had everything set up the way I wanted it to be, we started. So yeah, New Year's resolution or something like that. And then there is the ongoing joke about how I said that I was going to speedrun getting to affiliate. I want to say, I think my first stream was on the 4th of January. So honestly, not too shabby. And you're welcome for the pin, Zella. Listen, you wanted the chicken dilf, you get the chicken dilf, and everybody else gets to witness it. But thank you, Peyton. I really appreciate you. Definitely couldn't do it without all of you guys. And I know I don't think it'll register while we're streaming for me to reach affiliate. I think one of my wonderful friends who also streams and mods and everything, even though he doesn't for me because I haven't asked, but he had told me that usually around like noon my time is when Twitch is like, hey, here, we're getting our information together, right? And But nonetheless, I am going to open the game. I did not open it prior, so apologies in advance if it is so loud. I'm gonna turn down the lo-fi real quick. Oh gosh, that is so loud. Oh my goodness. Why is it so loud? I'm not even sharing the screen. Quick transition, and it's not even a game. I'm missing the cutscene. It's so loud. Can you hear me yelling over it? Oh my gosh, I should have opened this prior to turn down the volume. Oh my god. That was so intense. I'm so sorry to anybody who is potentially wearing earbuds. Oof. Anyways, now I just need to calm down a little bit. But yes, for those who don't know, we are playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. I've had this for so long because I got it as a joke. And I was going to play it with my wonderful honey bio, and we just never really got around to it. So it's a thing, and I definitely am excited to experience it with all of you. And glad that woke you up, Zella. Oh my goodness, it is. It was so loud. And now I'm just like all giggles because I'm so nervous and overstimulated by all of that. That was a lot that I was not prepared for. Oh my goodness. So we're just gonna get into it. Oh, listen, we have to have a name. And I think that there is only one name fitting enough right now. So we're Brian. Because we are all Brian here. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up. Now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Oh my god, I need to stop. So stimulating. You can smack that clock and up and at 'em, or throw the clock out the window and stay in bed forever. I feel like that's the option. You slept through the school year and gave up on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Colonel Sanders. Game over already? You might not be cut out for this. I give up. Let's try that again. Oh yeah, there's so much chaos. I know just a teeny tiny bit about this game, but otherwise not a whole lot. I am not going to reread this as I had just read it, and we're going to do the alarm clock thing again and smack that clock, not the other word that came out of my mouth. Smack that clock up and at him. I can't. Listen, we've barely gotten into the game and we've been here for 14 minutes now. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, I lost the game because I threw the the clock out the window. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. You need to take this seriously, or you allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. What are we thinking, Pookies? Because I don't know if we just choose the wrong answer, if we lose, and if we have to start over from the beginning again with the alarm clock, I might lose my brain. So I guess I'll just go with you'll need to take this seriously. I better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You buzz through your morning checklist. Teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. Just what you need to get your blood flowing. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever. Miriam? Is that how it's pronounced? I'm going to say that. She is the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it.
Good morning, Brian. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives?
Actually, I'm...
Because I sure am. Excited? A little nervous? Okay, a lot of nervous.
What the...
It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any of the love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail?
Classic Miriam, raised by MasterChef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great.
But with the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up.
A sweet girl, Miriam, has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? what are we feeling? Do we want to pep talk her, or do we want to change the subject to school gossip? Yeah, could you imagine? Like, I want to know if the tooth got chipped because she like shoved her face very forcefully, or if she was trying to like make out with it and got real crazy that way. I mean, I don't want to know, but I want to know, you know? I feel like we would pep talk her since she's been, you know, our friend forever and a day now. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read?
The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget.
I know she looked looked spooky. She was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card of the fancy looking tower and that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit?
I've been waiting so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own.
And I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease.
You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I had these killer bangs. Can you believe I cut them myself?
You can definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom-engraved measuring spoon out of your hands and onto the ground.
Hey!
To anybody with the name Ashley spelled like this, I'm sorry. There just feels like a lot of unneeded letters. It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins.
You leave Brian's shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins.
Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone.
If anyone here knows what perfect shin looks like, it's us.
We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across a quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man. Van the Man has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rockin' glutes. Van. Listen, I don't think I can keep up with doing voices. I don't know what voice to give him. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because I'm trying to think. I was not prepared for this many people. Oh, you wing? You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. Substantially? There we go. I can't believe the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? They think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us as professionals. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. I'm so dumb. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off. You resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam.
See you later, losers.
God damn it. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. He just straight up fucking tooted.
Lefties. I think it's broken.
You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick.
I love you.
I think you mean thank you?
My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop-Pop. He's old.
Could someone like this be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Brian. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day?
Nope.
And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you.
Is it just me, or is he kind of cute?
I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. Not the lunch money, Pookie. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he at our culinary class?
You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL.
Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and a little fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof.
What? A cute dog as our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom.
I'm chilly. Someone close the window.
I forgot his voice already. And good night, Lee. I hope you have a wonderful night, friend. It was good seeing you. He's missing out on the most important part. And then he walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still.
It's him.
If it isn't my favorite student, Harland.
Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles, sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. I don't know what voice to give him. Do I go unhinged or do I keep it?
Because I can't get you very high pitch, and please call me Colonel.
Oh no, not you confusing your baby, Spooky. Listen, everything's gonna be high pitched now. You're welcome. This is what you get, Pookie.
Please call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders.
50% of this stream is just going to be me laughing at my own stupidity. Don't mind me. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats-a-Lot. Oh yeah, he's the Discord mod.
Maybe we should open that window back up before a faucet pit melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely.
Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that.
You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class, and what is with all of your really weird insults?
Besides, when Brian sweats, it's not gross. It's beautiful. Look at that shimmer.
You take a moment to clean yourself up. No, this is so good. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules.
Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. May challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There may even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sparks and complete the boom cooking arena.
Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Do I have to try and fucking do another voice?
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Wyatt. Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue. You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place?
I already forgot what voice I gave him.
Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher.
I think it was that.
I think it was that.
Everyone stares at him blankly.
Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across in his tiny wheels.
He turned to see the student Sprinkles is referring, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. The class burst into laughter.
Oh, Clank, you rascal.
Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff.
Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself.
You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? Do we do a beef treat, a rubber ball, or a chicken snack? Do we do chicken since we're on par with chicken? With the theme? Maybe? You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite.
Well. I think there might be some competition for a new star student.
The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but paying no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times.
Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your mind open to the amazing possibilities of the culinary world.
As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain.
Hey, Brian, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed a seat next to me if you're interested.
Two good options, but what will you choose? I feel like we need to sit by Buy our chicken dope. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me this seat.
I've only had 2 rows. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something.
That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you settle into your seat, the professor makes an announcement.
Think fast. It's time for a pop quiz.
Oh god, what the fuck was his voice?
Yay? Nope.
He was definitely more like Ash.
Yay! A quiz about me? This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you're ready for life at culinary school. Keep your dive sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking?
Extremely. Looking at you, Pop. That's right.
Forest is a tree, as chicken is too.
Feather, night vision goggles, a slam dunk. Feather. That's right.
What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created?
A comically oversized fork, a meat tenderizer, or a spork.
That's right.
Nope, that was my voice. That was supposed to be me. And Sprinkles is just a part of me.
What food is best for a broken heart?
Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt, camel meat, or a pancake that looks like a silly face. We'll do the anything? That's right.
Is Sprinkles a good boy?
No. He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He's the best boy. That's right. Your total score is 5 out of 5. Wow, be honest. Did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed.
I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain, Brian.
Just a...
I think you have a beautiful brain.
I really hope you're still awake, Sella, for that. Hot diggity brain. Nope. Brian, I can't fucking do anything anymore. I should not have named myself Brian. Hot diggity Brian. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance.
May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch.
His voice is hard to keep up with. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters.
Do you smell that? It must be our lunch. It smells crazy good.
Oh, fuck. I forgot his voice already.
Everyone, can I have your attention?
Is it about lunch?
No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was...
Howdy, folks.
Nope, that's too...
That's too raspy.
I forgot the fuck I did his voice.
folks. I'd like to make an announcement.
Hey, I was.
It's about lunch.
Everyone cheers. But I.
Shh. Lunch, lunch, lunch.
She said, shh.
In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch.
His voice. Listen, if you need to sleep, you need to sleep, Pookie. Don't let me keep you.
That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell.
You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true?
Is this?
I wish you could hear like the wheeziness. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. And honestly, on a random note, I'm kind of excited that... I don't know what Bio's doing, actually. He might be watching some football or something. I'm not sure. I don't know what time and space. But I can only imagine if he was in here with me. I think I read this already. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Oh yeah, this is a game, Pookie. As a heads up, everybody has voices. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. Mo hasn't experienced it yet, that's why I'm laughing. I need to calm myself. It's not that serious. Now you're calming.
For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors.
You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. Did I change the voice? Listen, I'm sleep deprived. Had a bad day today. Oh, what? We need to backtrack that in a little bit. Now that making it look like he has no pants. We'll look again. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. Oh, yeah, with how it cuts off here. Listen, he might just be wearing a shirt and an apron.
But that's all I say about that.
There's too many fucking voices in my brain.
What you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Nah, my dude, nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got 'em.
He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just... That's not her voice. That is not her voice. We gotta bring out the ada ada.
Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Ma'am, what? Ma'am, what? Listen, everybody has voices. Okay. Oh, please.
Well, then, the man, then. If you the one, then.
I'll take his.
Well, hold on. I guess I'll try it.
He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed.
Easy.
Nope, that's not his voice.
Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in.
You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try to identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swinter's like, listen, I was running out of voices and I had to choose between chaos or a semi-normal one. And 99% of them are chaos. And it was the first voice that popped out of my mouth. And it's probably evolved a little bit since the first time because, listen, I forget everybody's thing. Also, that's a big juicy Brian right there. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about his heart. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try and get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach him. Almost as juicy as seeing it. Hey. Your turn. Oh, okay. Anytime I do that, apparently, you're just going to see my Steam library. Colonel Sanders makes... Nope. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wonder if I could talk to you for a second.
Anything for our fellow chef.
What exactly was on that chicken?
How bold to come out and ask.
I feel like I wouldn't laugh quite as much, but the fact that I know that you guys are watching this real time is fucking killing me. Oh, I'm crying.
It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants.
I'm starting to sound like Adam Sandler in Waterboy. I can't. Oh.
No big deal.
It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade.
What
What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other.
He's clearly not going to give up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun?
Aw.
You've got that moxie. I'll give you that.
Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warmth breath as he whispers.
Just the one more ingredient, but you can't tell. It's something like It's something my great grandmother taught me.
I'm crying. Why is my headset dying? Wow, you never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you Oh my gosh, I'm done. I'm officially broken. Oh gosh. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. We'll get through. Oh gosh. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, I think I need a BRB. I'm a little broken right now. Like, I'm laughing so hard, I'm just crying and I can't stop. And it's so stupid, but it's like so bad that like I can't even read the words. So we're just gonna play a little bit of words, maybe calm myself down a little bit. Oh gosh. But hi Pookies, how are you doing? Oh, okay. I thought I typed in mom for a second because I couldn't see. Yeah, it's more so like just the stupid voices. And I don't know how other people can do it while like maintaining such seriousness. Granted, most of the time when I watch it, people like it's a YouTube video or something, so therefore like they're already prepared. Like they can edit out whatever stupidness. Whereas I am just losing my brain. Oh gosh. But yeah, I just need to take like a few breaths. But I know I couldn't finish if I kept looking at the screen. I literally had like tears just streaming down my face, and it was to the point where I couldn't read normal either because then like my body was just like, oh, you're crying, okay, let's cry. And I was like, no 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 no. These aren't sad tears. Oh my gosh. But anyways, now that you know a little bit of words. That's so goofy. I cannot with myself. Oof. Okay. Oh, groin. You got that last second, Pookie? Okay. I am going to transition back into the game. You will see my loading screen now. I did minimize my Steam. So again, trigger warning if skulls bug ya. They're on there. We're opening back up the game. Perfect. Oh, shit. Thank you all for dealing with me tonight. While you're wrapped in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Fuck.
Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the big school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated.
It sounds like you have big plans.
I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that.
Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Neg him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Or be modest but thoughtful. Listen, there's 12 herbs and spices. You know about that. I was thinking about your secret recipe.
I don't doubt it. It has a way of leaving an impression on all who taste it.
You decide to show him that you also know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavors. I actually had some thoughts on how you can improve it.
Improve it? You want to change my secret recipe? And you think you can do better?
Have you ever heard of habanero peppers?
Heard of them? I tend an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano, cayenne. But that's not the point. You can't just toss new ingredients into my recipe and expect to improve it. A recipe is about balance and involves careful consideration and refinement.
I didn't mean to.
Let this be the last time you improvise on my recipe, Brian. I'm headed back to class for the next lesson.
We fucked up. That certainly didn't go as planned. You better head back inside, but wait a moment so that Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing after him. You step into the massive cooking arena, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need.
Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no! We have to show our stuff? What if I totally blow it?
You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations.
Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off.
Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but able to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Why are we pouncing?
What that dog doing? That is Mr. Teacher Dog to you.
That is Sprinkles. He is the teacher. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner?
Aw.
Sure, Brian. I'll prepare our station.
Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Oh, fuck. I forgot what his voice was.
Hello?
Nope.
Hello?
Hello. Hello, no partner.
That's his voice now. Beep boop boo.
Oh my. Two potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose.
It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Who do we want? Do we want this kid?
Or do we want this state-of-the-art, fancy little culinary kitchen thingy? I feel like I'm going for the robo guy. Maybe the robo guy. Sorry, Pop. I think Miriam will be partnering with Clink today.
It's okay. I already ate.
It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth.
Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet.
Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him.
Biz.
Tissue? I hardly know you. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of infection. Not infection, affection. Look like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork.
All right, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea.
Which dish do you suggest your partner Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare. Look easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Octopus, but I think the mashed potatoes and gravy because we know that goes well with the chicken. I have always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes?
And gravy.
I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders cast a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes.
No, please, let me. Baking perfect produce is a passion of mine.
Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off my man. Did someone call for me? Okay. No, geez, Van. While I'm over here crushing on Brian's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arm full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends.
Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van, are we working in a quartet instead of a duet? Duet?
Now, that went too on beat.
Instead of a duet now?
Actually, no. It looks like Brian was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. Also, can we just talk about this little spot right here, where the little thickum thighs and the little thigh-high socks? Chef kiss. Also, hello, Bonnie. Ooh, you're playing Fortnite. I hope that you guys get lots of dubs. As a pre-warning, this stream is very chaotic with a lot of voices. So I do apologize in advance. Maybe my my Colonel Sanders voice can help help ease some of the tension. Anyways. Oh fuck. His voice was. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get that up to my level. Doubt it. Don't be rude. Don't be rude, Van.
Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' abilities to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we can cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need. I'm here to learn and express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect that format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? This is your pre-warning, Bonnie.
A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Brian as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Brian's natural talent or their loyalty.
Being defeated by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud. Oh, defended, not defeated. Leaving you defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles and hope that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere.
I know just what to do.
Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He holds a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The result looks spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Also, they say it's creamy, but why does it look like little chunky chunks, you know? Oh, he's winking at us, Pookies. He's winking. No, it definitely feels and sounds so graphic. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in his crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still.
If you love something, set it free.
Fucking can't myself. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And listen, I think they're gonna do more than sporking. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something. Do something. Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity?
Hold on right there, Brian. We do not waste food in the broom cooking area. Colonel Sanders, I expected better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'll both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands.
Can I have Potato's face?
Van Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. What the Mashed potatoes with gravy. Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal, gaze upon my specialty braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, bladed on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. Oh God, his voice.
You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have first bite, and you will all look on with envy.
His voice is the most taxing on my throat. 1 second. Okay, I just had to grab something to drink super quick. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate.
No, don't! Something about this dish...
Nope.
Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. It could be the octopus was rushed and you didn't have time to process. Nope. And may have in the process, the results could be toxic.
I can't fucking speak. Too late. It has been eaten. Think I left something in the oven.
I don't feel so good.
It killed him.
Everybody step back. Don't take another bite.
When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self.
Whoopsies. Tastes like poison.
The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting that moment, snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated, him against poisons of all kind.
I'm not sure the professors here make enough money.
Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here.
Seeing that you're shaken up by the really annoying student and all of his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you.
I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please let me walk you home.
What? Like for real? Oh, come on!
You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. Also, I don't know if any of their voices are even the same from the start. I have like vague brain things on like what I'm corresponding their voice to. Like Van Van is definitely like what is it? Like Discord mod adjacent. Sprinkles I'm trying to do, I don't know, it just makes me think of a bulldog, even though he's not a bulldog. And Ashley, obviously, the deeper, more sultry voice. Brian is just Brian. His voice is as low as I can go. I wanted Miriam to be kind of like that higher pitched, not childlike, but more like innocent voice. And then Colonel Sanders is Colonel Sanders. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly.
Those mashed potatoes you made in class today? Before you go on, I want you to know.
Oh my gosh, this is even the voice. Bean, come here.
Come here. No, you want to be grandma?
You're gonna be grandma here with me. Okay.
Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them.
They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with.
Colonel Sanders is getting... Bean is literally on my lap purring. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. I wonder if I can get her purring louder in a second. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. You want to purr into the mic? I don't know if you can hear her. But she is having a great time. Colonel Sanders?
Yes, Brian.
There's something I need to tell you.
Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first.
Oh, jeez.
You see, when I was just a boy...
That's not the words.
You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef in the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working towards that dream. Day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting like a lot of weights. Like so many weights.
We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star.
That I needed to go higher pitch with it.
Hey,
No, you? Shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story.
are we forgetting your cooking literally killed a guy?
You can't believe that.
I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name?
Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh.
Forgive him.
We're talking about... We're going to the different accent now, apparently. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Oh, fuck. Listen, he doesn't have a voice. I don't know any more voices.
The Spark Monster is here to find a hero.
I think I left the fridge open. Waiter nerds.
How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level? Be
Oh,
afraid. Be very afraid of me. Because I'm a monster, see?
is he rhyming on purpose or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. Ty has literally been exercising this whole time. Oh. So he definitely can't hear me unless he's had stream on, so he's gonna walk into just wildness. Turn-based fight scene. What will you do? Attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset Spark Monster. Oopsies. He goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Guess we'll defend. I don't fucking know. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Can't pronounce that. You continue to stay back and endure whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay, sure, you do you. Okay, that's stupid.
They focus as their mashed potato mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Yes, attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. They're no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. They use Utensil Tile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. I guess just defend. I don't fucking know. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Buff up. No one can control this much buffness. You start to feel bloated and quite frankly a little gassy. You better attack soon or you're likely to explode. You decide to go on the attack. Chowdown. Chowdown does 2 damage, a powerful blow. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Cookies, he's about to hear Colonel Sanders' voice for the first time. My love, you have to promise you won't judge me. Everyone has a voice. Colonel Sanders might be the best. I was laugh crying earlier. Now you're perceiving me because I made you perceive me. But I wanted to pre-warn you.
Vile villain, your reign of terror stopped here.
Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens.
Popeye Power Pinch.
Popeye Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Do we want to spare him or finish him? I know, look at him. His show was unbuttoned and I did not save that for you guys. I'm so sorry. Also, my headset's dying and that's kind of dumb. Girl, I don't either. Finish him. No student will ever walk the quad in fear again. This monster messed with the wrong chef. Attack. You ready for your final attack? He'll never survive my... Student debt loan destruction! I like how you said spare question mark and I was like, nah, fuck this guy. Student loan debt destruction does 10 damage. Spork Monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders look on in awe.
You continue to surprise me, Brian.
I hear him giggling from the other room. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. Dude, this game is wild. That's why I couldn't do normal voices for 99% of them. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed the book out is Borko.
Borko? That name sounds strangely familiar.
Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. Oh, he took us to his own police. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. Oh yeah, it is our home, because I remember these guys. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there. Instructing your love dreams are weird. Oh, instructing your love dreams are weird.
You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with Spork Monster, she launches into a story of her own.
Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Link.
Like him? Like?
I know it sounds like I'm moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him, like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school?
No, but that does make complete sense.
Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at the school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade.
That doesn't feel like proper English sentence. He didn't even go to and was also the convertible that he himself rode in. Okay, skipping. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Okay. I was like, Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders.
You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, you're a thing now?
We definitely connected yesterday.
Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess?
Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes lit up.
A secret ingredient?
Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing.
So, this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me at the botanical garden where I was wandering.
This can't be good.
He told me about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said that it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own.
Please, Miriam, don't tell me.
So, I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with him, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I've ever tasted.
I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here.
Whatever, anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices.
Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'll be much use to anyone. Cough, fibber, cough.
Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders.
What do you think? Should you protect his secret or share it with your bestie? Make up a fake ingredient. Sorry, Pookie. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about it was Eye of Newt? I know that sounds like some kind of witch potions, but what can you do?
Eye of Newt. Wow!
Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not just texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air.
It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. We're gonna run to him and be like, hey, love me. Oh, fuck. We might scare out the horse, though. Whoops. You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up onto the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel. My Colonel. Yep, that's what I had a fucking feeling of. Oopsies. Oh. However, your sudden movements surprise the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision.
Brian, I'm here to deliver you a message.
Okay, I can't do his voice. Not this guy.
It's important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I have been trapped in a realm beyond. It's a great prophecy relies on my turn. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. And that name is...
But before you continue, you suddenly awake.
Ah, jeez.
You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his natural scented musk? Lean in for a kiss. I don't think he would go for it. So we'll compliment the craftsmanship of his horse's hooves. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running into animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face.
That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore.
And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Von, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting bad receipts or recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Von's hulking shoulders. I assume it's Van, because Van the man. But he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting mature, act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. I'm gonna do that. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned towards them. You even hear Van mutter something that sounds like a bit of a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes paunch. It doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it is they're hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth.
We're playing.
Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Ms. Womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. What is up with her face? Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know this is a ruse, right?
Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got a lofty career aspirations to focus on.
Maybe I can help you with your business plan? Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog.
Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn.
Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. Is it the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders? Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face.
Down, boy, down! Out open!
That command, shouted by Colonel Sanders, has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that.
Sorry, I got a little carried away.
After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without
further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken.
You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly you do.
Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was chicken who first signed their name.
But you can't help but to daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you.
Well, Brian?
Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A dog biscuit, a shimmering pepper, or a glass of water? I'm going to go with the pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way. So naturally, you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an instant spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend! Ooh! This guy again.
I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh! You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is...
Sorry. I think I've got some spice stuck in my throat. Dude, for real, we're just tripping.
It's fine. I'll work through it. To fulfill the prophecy. You must...
Oh my goodness. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness.
Amen.
That's not even his voice anymore, but that's what it is. You come to and find everyone is staring at you.
That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever.
You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention.
We all make mistakes. I'm sure I'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch.
Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via time competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time, step up and tell them you're on. So we're just stop wasting time. Is everything a competition with you two? Yeah? Yes. Well, not with me. I'm on a personal journey to learn to love. To learn to love? Sure, why not? But definitely not to constantly battle.
Yeah, stop getting your genres crossed. Don't you have some portable monsters to capture or something?
I need to eat if I'm going to have the energy to sustain my education and purpose, or pursue my dreams of being a master chef.
How are any of us supposed to get anywhere if we're constantly fending off challenges from every know-it-all with an apron? Besides, I already brought my own lunch. Brian, you should have it. It will give you the energy you need to succeed.
Miriam reaches out and presents a gift to you.
My special grilled cheese and tomato soup with chocolate milk to wash it down and a tartlet for dessert.
It only takes you about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you need for the motivation. You know what? I've learned enough for today. Let's battle. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. It was so tiny. She's so cute. I do really like her. I like her character design a lot too.
Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court.
Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief.
At least not until we turn on the timer.
Just then, huge lights blast in your face, reading the words, "Timer ready."
That's what I'm talking about.
I stand corrected.
If it's a battle you want, it's a battle you'll get. My bestie can beat the best of them.
Best believe it. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. Also, she has a little heart at the bottom of her blade. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy one day, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Oh, fuck. What temperature does water boil at? I think it's 100 degrees Celsius. That's right. But how would you have gotten it into the school without knowing that? Oh, sorry.
That's right. Have a good go with it. When you get to rub my furry belly like that and touching off her motivate you.
You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Santa's recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he use? He used 11. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction.
Tail wagging intensifies.
Now that you've got a small basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Oh, fuck. I don't know. Gratitude. Oh, that's right. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? A small town where dreams are born, the children aren't... Fuck. I didn't click anything. That's wrong. This is a horrible time to start forgetting important things. Next question. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. That's wrong.
Don't make me get that pie bottle.
Next question. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye.
I believe in you, Brian.
He's actually cheering you on. which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching it makes you totally forget what you're doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoons of gravy would it take to fill a traditional Victorian... What are you thinking? Get your mind back to the competition. Jesus, fuck. You are stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. What the fuck is happening? I know, right?
You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You have fallen behind.
Sorry, I forgot the question. You and Cross. Oh. What does it have to do with crafting this particular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Oh my god. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough in a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! Bzz. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Brian does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed.
There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way.
When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed.
Brian, no!
Ew. But you're not fast enough, and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame.
What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult.
I'm gonna stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over.
It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish.
Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on.
Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default.
No, it would be fair to compare the two on account of Brian's injury.
You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish.
But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared.
Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Brian to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand.
Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on the top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within.
Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette. On top, a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. I don't know.
Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce.
Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley?
Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something in his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. We're going to put ourselves in between. You reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off of his glistening face. Colonel Sanders recoils and brushes you back. Oh. We fucked up.
This goatee isn't just a fashion statement. It's also functional. I was saving that for later.
Oh, fuck. What happens if we try again? Do we go from the start? Please tell me no. Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. I thought we were going to go all the way from the start and I was going to fuck it. Okay. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. We did read all this, so I'm just going to skip us. Stop wasting your time. I'm going to do skip through this. Blah, 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 blah. We just gotta speed through it. The cute little food. Ugh. I just don't want to read all this again. Fuck. Timer. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can answer anything better. Okay, it's 100 degrees Celsius. Belly is 11 spices. State of mind. Gratitude. Yep. Fuck, where you came from. A small town where big dreams are born. Perfect. This is your shot. You're not going to miss it. Oh. You try to shout the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Silence? That's right. When they taste your cooking, they will be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye.
I believe in you, Brian.
He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you're doing. Now all you can think about is him. Winking. What were you thinking? Get your mind back in the competition. Grr. You're stranded on a desert island. What a honk. I know, right? Walking on the beach. What does that have to do with crafting this? Woof, woof, woof. Okay. So this is where we throw it in the mixer and then everybody's upset. And we still hurt ourselves no matter what. Shove my hand in there. We get it fucked up. Okay, battle's over. So it's still the same. My headset's still yelling at me that my battery's low, which is dumb because I had it plugged in overnight. But I should have turned Sagi's computer on because I had it plugged into his computer. I was going to ask Brian to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate, she's gonna have him pour it. And wow, it's so pretty. It's not your strong suit. Okay. Internalize your rage because we can't touch his mustache. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly.
I know you're hurting right now. Not just from that devastating loss, but from that run-in with a mixer and that small fire. Should we get that checked out?
I'm fine, and can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef.
Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before?
That's exactly what I think.
Well then, think again. I wasn't always the man you've seen before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I've failed as an obscure. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel.
I didn't know.
People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true, but it hasn't always been.
Sounds like this guy could really use a hug.
I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, money ought to deter me from giving the best I had to give.
As Colonel Sanders changes focus, You can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion.
Unless I remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, is honest, is something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds.
Yay. And just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening shadowy presence. Battles card from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's a spark monster. Gork, the spark monster. Oh, sorry. Once again.
Gorko, the spark monster is here to find a hero.
Is anyone else? Nope.
Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu?
I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we've already battled you last night.
That was Gorko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge them.
Are you stronger than Borko?
Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask?
Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think that you'd have much of a chance. Not to mention I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would.
I think what Brian is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short to make enemies.
I suppose we really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws.
All the better for doing tasty food. Just you like to eat, don't we all?
Of course I do.
Inspiration strikes, and you come up with a quick idea. Jump on this! You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth, and he devours it in one gulp.
Delicious. You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creation who stands here today.
I don't believe it. You were human once?
Well, no. I was a chihuahua, but I was still a student at this school until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed.
A magic spellbook?
Precisely. Marco used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through the sorcery school. If you need me, don't feel I will be there.
It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Brian, together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss.
A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. Look at this baby photo right here. He still has a fucking goatee. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders.
Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food as another ambitious chef.
Well, is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure if I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy, perhaps both. And now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? Listen, he shared his secret. You decide that you're already as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway.
Magnificent!
Together, you chow down on the creamy slaw until it's just a spoonful remains in the bowl.
Do you mind if I hold on to this last bite? I'd like to have it around so I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment.
You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure. Why not?
Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment.
You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look at closer. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the colonel. The colonel. Or the chicken. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic. It's real. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note chipped into the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Tap it on item. We'll look outside. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then the ghost of student pops up.
Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death?
Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you?
I could just tell you my name right now. It's...
Can't you see I am in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of student is swept out in the breeze. His throat hurts my voice the most. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silver in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Okay, got the little candle. A scented candle. You pick it up and try and identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of 69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's... Tap on an item to discover more about the colonel. You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Gonna look at the photos. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. An adorable little baby crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figured this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's a drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? Wanna see this? This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial, 11, 11, 11, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Canned chicken. Be prepared sashimi style. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet to find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off his hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. My headset just died. I guess I'll try and listen to it without any sound for right now. Hopefully there's no important sounds that I need. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket.
Aww.
I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you.
Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. You decide that now is your moment to make a big move. Maybe we'll try that. Whoa. This isn't that kind of game. Not that we blame you for trying, but still. Game over. Ah, motherfucker. Try again. Where does it try again from? What? Oh my god. You had to go so far back. Listen, I just wanted to flirt with a man. Fuck. I'm gonna be here forever. My headset's dead. Oh shit. That's what it was. Beep, 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 beep. I was like, why is it not clicking? I'm trying to go as fast as I can, please. I'm so sorry. Listen, I had a feeling it was too good to be true, but we were here. Reveal it. Blah, 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 blah. We have a little moment. Kiss, kiss, fall in love. Only they don't kiss. Spoiler. I'm just going to be making noises for every little fast forward thing through all this stuff we already were a part of. Oh shit, I thought I tapped on that. Okay, blah, blah, blah. We're wearing an outfit, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'll grab the jacket. Fess up and just tell him the truth. What does that do? You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you.
I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams.
Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel?
Yes, Brian.
I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful.
I think you're right. We should take things slow.
You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Blah, blah, blah. In some jurisdictions, blah, 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 isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it.
Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up.
Isn't metalicious? You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question.
So, would you say that we're the perfect match?
How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Oh, sorry.
My cuisine and your taste buds, that is.
Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? We'll flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eyes as he gazes out the window.
And with the right business partner, I know I cannot fail.
A business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confusion by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, waits for no one. This game's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you.
Where have you been? Because I have one heck of a good night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you.
It's okay. I was just...
But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on this saga, Miriam.
Sure, but...
You will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date.
You think I can believe that?
Since I'd be partnered up with Clink, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful, and I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control.
Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go with a talking pressure cooker?
I know, I'm not really sure where we stand.
You don't give Miriam time to hear her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him.
You what?
My voice cracked.
You what?
Nothing happened. But the emotional connection? Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole school, blah, 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 obsession to focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive to school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from the distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp the fact, because, he's Pop.
What's a swirly? Sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog treat. Oh, a dog and a treat.
I didn't realize there was going to be so much reading. You can get your swirly dipped too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school? There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school. But who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Brian. I suggest I pick up a defenseless horse. Oh, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse? Oh, I must have... I don't know. I hope I got voices to the people they're supposed to be. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Also, excuse me, because I'm pretty sure you hear my little burp. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on.
Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Brian, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon.
Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday, I almost broke a nail winning so hard.
Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive.
What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce?
It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received.
That's a lot of words to say it was bland.
Excuse me, Brian. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself.
Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel?
I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Brian.
Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spellbook you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages.
Whoa! That book? It looks like bad news.
It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff.
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful?
I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to the page covered with the arcane warning, cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here. It says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam.
That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger?
Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't do it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement.
I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you, it's nothing to be afraid of.
His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. I'm gonna wait for that. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside.
Terrence! I told you to never come back here! Terrence! I will destroy you! Terrence!
Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looked over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence?
You better not say your tummy takes him on here ever again.
After Sprinkles, I also am a jerk. Oh no, I did thank Lee for following. I was like, it's been 2 hours. He's already gone. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone.
I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Brian, for reminding me that to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see.
But before you go any further, Miriam's love drama spills all over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirls and sparks coming from the back of the room.
I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger?
Miriam and Clink appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clink's language of mechanical noises.
But no! You had to show off to your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan, J&J for Trevor. Watch us from a triangle in the midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know?
Bzz, bzz.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make a great date.
Bzz,
Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep.
Clink begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Bzz, bzz.
No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clink.
Clink burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. And Bean is menacing so hard behind me right now. She's like, I got a toy, fuck yeah! It's a mouse!
In terms of deep fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clink slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school.
Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't get distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. Say you're in all they have right now.
Before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay?
Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone?
Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way.
You're not gonna settle up with Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Oh, that's not a question. You're not gonna settle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me?
Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta. But I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clink or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup.
And I bet the professor dog is gonna love it up. While you're pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea on how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice on a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of the recipe you've been working on, Brian's famous chicken pot pie. I'm gonna see if my headset's at least charged enough to finish the end of this, maybe. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cramped session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders.
Brian, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam.
Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and planning and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you.
Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious.
You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get into your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. We're gonna fuss about our practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing.
I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards.
That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You know, it was a pot pie from just the smell.
Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with a little butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else.
Oh no, is it burning?
No, I can smell that it was made of the heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second so if you don't pull it out.
The moment of truth.
Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day.
This isn't his voice anymore, but it's close enough. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules.
There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got.
You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus a pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top style selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seemed to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe trademarked fried chicken. The intensity in this room starts at full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken and it levitates through the air.
Egg wash.
Miriam furiously injects ingredients into itty-bitty pots of broth.
Best friends, Baster Blaster.
That was her voice.
Best friends, Baster Blaster.
There we go. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Oh, let's walking wood. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed.
Shallow personality spatula.
Even Clink gets into it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clink learn to speak English?
It's a singularity. He was foretold, or as was foretold.
We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clink and rolls him out the back of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish and notice Ashley has her spellbook out, is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even it's almost certainly evil magic? Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win with your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room.
I believe in you, Brian.
Miriam notices too.
And I'll always believe in you, Brian, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever.
You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking?
Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you.
Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles.
It's a secret ingredient.
However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Noof from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles become to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes.
It is I, Steve, the Spock Monster.
Steve? Wait, what happened in Corco? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We Spark Monsters are many. I think we're going the day off, but you have Conjure Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, your little cooking competition? I love this stuff, but it's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the Spork Monster, notices that you've gotten the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh?
Yeah, I guessed it, sorta. If you were here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water?
I'd love to. I always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spark pup back in the old country.
You can feel Spark Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition.
I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I'd fall asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up.
You toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint.
Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep down within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheesy orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for...
Yes, Brian, you're the chosen one. You will avenge me.
The power you've been summoning immediately backs out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue?
Sorry.
My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Brian. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support.
I've been watching you today, and the first day, I'm truly impressed. You've been sinking on your feet and rolling with the punches.
He steps up to your station and stands right beside you.
I'm here to help.
All you've managed is to make mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules?
Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart.
Oh, what a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you'd ever laid your eyes on.
And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass your individual efforts.
Are you suggesting?
If we combine forces, we can perform a perfect food union.
Pound up, Lieutenant.
With time expired, is the moment everyone has been waiting for.
You must now prepare to present your dishes.
A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete.
It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank?
From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
I forgot his voice. I'm flying.
It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there.
Miriam, would you mind?
Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants.
Pop, get down from that right now.
Let me guess. Did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad. That's not his voice.
It looked like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. Can I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSLA history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks? Pranks? Clank! Where did that pressure crusher roll off to?
You wait to hear the signature word beep and other onomatopoeia, but there's none.
Sometimes. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 5 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. It has been a long semester.
Wow. 3 whole days long?
But after days of hard work, it's time to come for me to read. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup.
My bowl is so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny spy afloat in this incy bitty bowl?
Yes, Chef.
Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl.
Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine. I'll enjoy it all by myself.
And in a flash, the entire meal had been devoured. Not that it took too much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup.
A plus. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours.
Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug.
Thank you, Brian, for helping me to believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now describe your dish.
I made uni over smooth egg crusted in an X-Twin ocean shell topped with caviar.
Did you score one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin?
Yes, sprinkles.
A bit much, don't you think?
That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to pot it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grr. Finally, Sprinkle goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded.
Well, my tongue!
The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting.
I can't make this. I can't find my tongue. That's qualified.
A stunning turn of events. Who would have ever thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles that can make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for grammar?
That can't qualify.
This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk.
I know. I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue.
Sorry, I had to take a quick drink real quick.
Next, Brennan. Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rose water syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by a sugar glass.
Miss Ashley, doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it is quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It is very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food? At a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Brian? I told you, it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together.
Process?
What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese
has become something else.
He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays.
Just what I thought. I've seen everything in the kitchen. You give me this thing, and completely blown me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious in fact that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass.
Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend into reality, into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There was supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. It's crazy. This game isn't as long as I thought it was going to be. Like, I guess in, like, one hand, it's longer than I thought it was going to be. But in the other, I thought it would be at least, like, when I noticed it was going longer, that it'd maybe be at least another hour. But, you know, we're here. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as a site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive, high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. I fucking cannot. Yeah, right, because when I originally thought, I was like, okay, maybe an hour tops. And then it was like 2 hours. I'm like, we're still fucking going.
The dog is in the house.
Ty's also losing his shit over here. Would that not be how you read this? DJ dog is in the house.
The dog.
You knew that Sprinkles was the master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? What that dog doing? Is what Mo said. Okay, but her outfit's kind of cute. Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting.
Now goes a lot of graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
Oh gosh.
I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Wow, I'm moving. And now that everyone is together...
It's the Spork Monster. He's totally mellowed out.
Everyone, the Spark Monster is no more. From here on out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster.
Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know, she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef hat. A crown?
Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept a diploma, so we had a mail directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean.
Oh, now I get it.
And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of Chancellor such and such.
The music of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling electrical hissing. It's Clink, who has arrived to the dance.
Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth.
Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing.
I am Clink. I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension.
What? What?
I actually feel like I knew it this whole time.
Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously, I have just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives.
Howdy, classmates.
Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough just to give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal.
I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and men, but not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken.
The end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the table on the dance floor.
Brian, what are you doing sitting on the note?
But yeah, the pedals are so good every time. Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance.
I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person?
Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for learning. Just to name a few.
It truly is my lucky day. Would you care to dance with me?
Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you.
And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take the day off. And I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Brian.
Listen, Saggy's in this room now with me.
You can't escape the voices.
How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks.
Work together? I think this is something I'll need to do by myself.
But who will help you run your restaurants?
I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward?
Could it be? You found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school.
Oh, my dear Brian, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side.
The end. We didn't get to be both. I think it's because we missed like one heart. Are there different endings? That's what I don't know. Oh my god, that's so loud. Dude, this was a trip. Yeah, brave. It's just as loud as the first time. Since I know you missed this, now I'm letting it play. And since we missed part of it to begin with.
That was I Love You, Colonel Sanders.
Oh my goodness, Fookies. That was a trip and a half. I'm glad Tab played it though. It was goofy. Does my throat hurt from the varying voices? Absolutely. Did they change partway through? Also, yes. I can't wait to hear about more. Oh, you clipped it. What'd you clip? Now I'm so nosy. Now I'm so nosy. Which part did you clip? He's in this room now with me. Oh.
You can't escape the voices.
That's so goofy. I love you so much for clipping that. And I forgot that you could pick up on the audio too. Oh my goodness, Pookie.
The voices.
I appreciate you. And I also appreciate just everybody who was here today, even if it was just stopping in for a moment or hanging out or potentially watching the VOD later. Who knows? This was a wild ride. Will I ever be doing anything like this in the near future? I don't know. But yeah, it definitely was silly. I loved it. But also the way I am sitting here and I'm like, man, could I have done this if you could have also seen my face? Probably not. For the sporked monsters, I had my nose pitched.
So I could be a little bit more nasally with it.
And then also the way I was talking as sprinkles. The faces were also facing. I want to peek because I'm nosy. I want to see if we have any friends streaming because I doubt anyone else is playing this game, if we're being honest. And I apparently am going to puh when I'm talking. Let's see here. Is there anybody I feel like reading out of the people I'm following? Maybe. But yeah, no, this was definitely just a much silly needed. Like, much laughter was needed after all of that. Just because, you know, shut the fuck up, Pookie. There is another person playing this. Hopefully they're a good person because I am going to raid them. There's another person playing this. I love this so much. For anybody who is still here with me after all of that, definitely copy and paste the raid messages. I just thank you all for being here with me through all of this. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your night. We are going to go give this lovely human some love here, who is also playing the game. And yeah, I want to say the next stream I have, I am not streaming tomorrow because I am making a headpiece because I need to. And then Saturday, I might actually try playing some Animal Crossing since our Pookie Zella had gotten, what's it called? A capture card. So yeah, I'm super excited. And yeah, Pookie, I can pop in the Discord for a little bit. For sure. But yeah, anyways, I should maybe start the raid or something. Words are hard. But I appreciate you all so much. And yeah, we will definitely see ya. I need to hit the end screen. But thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate it. This game was silly goofy. Anyways, you all have a wonderful night. Goodbye.